Kate and I wanted to try something completely new in Oregon. This land has family roots for both of us tied to the eastern and western edges of the state. So we thought it would be meaningful to drive all the way across Oregon from east to west, starting at our favorite border crossing, the deepest river canyon in North America, and ending on the rugged and beautiful Pacific Ocean, crossing right through 3 massive mountain ranges and 1 giant desert to get there. We made this route from scratch, and we only had 7 days to find out if it was even possible. It would take every ounce of wayfinding, courage, self-belief, sacrifice, and friendship to make it happen. This is our story. This is the Oregon American Overlander route. So what is the Oregon American Overlander route? It's a 700-mile route across Oregon we are creating specifically for 4-wheeled rigs. It will touch on what I think are Oregon's best features, including Hell's Canyon, the Wallowa Mountains, the Elkhorn Mountains, the desert, the Cascades, and finally, the Pacific Ocean. But here's the problem. We've never done anything like this before, so we'd have no idea if the route we've been putting together on paper translates into something we can publish publicly for anyone who wants to try it. But there's only one way to find out.
Well, here's the deal. It's part of the adventure, number 1. Number 2, I don't know, figure it out.
Every overlanding trip starts with leaving where you're from to get somewhere else. And Kate and I couldn't wait to get out of the city and into the wilderness. We brought both rigs. I was driving the JKU Finn, and Kate was driving our 392 Finn again. Our base camp was Kate's family cabin in McCall, Idaho, where the rest of our group would be meeting up before launching the next day. The group consisted of our good friends Chris and Elsha, their 2 kids and niece in 2 rigs, and Ryan and Sakina and their 2 kids and dog in 1 rig and a trailer. So we had a full house in McCall. So we're here at Kate's family's cabin in McCall, Idaho, and we've got a bunch of people that are going to, like, I'm not gonna say descend on us, but like, it's a pretty big group. Tonight, there's not enough room in the cabin because it's not a huge cabin. So let me show you what we're gonna do. We think that this driveway is probably big enough. So we'll have the rigs parked wherever we can park them, and then they're gonna have rooftop tents. So right in here, probably we can get a rooftop tent. And then Ryan and his family are gonna have a trailer, a jump and jack trailer. So we're gonna try to have maybe his trailer in here. I parked Finn on the side and Finnegan is in the garage. And so hopefully there's enough space for everybody tonight. Before everyone arrived, Kate and I sat around with her parents, Jim and Carla, to talk about the weather. And what we discovered was not good news. Like any minute now, the crew's gonna start arriving. And we've been here for a couple days and we've been watching the weather change. And it's not great news.
Yeah, it's gone from like reasonably cool to cold and rain to cold and rain and more rain
and thunderstorms.
Yeah.
So everyone's gonna arrive and we're gonna have to break the news to them that we've got some serious weather to talk about.
And P.S. people, it's mid-June.
Yeah.
It's late June. What is happening?
Usually this is like 80s.
Yeah. I was expecting tank top shorts,
yeah.
Like worrying about too much sun. Not happening.
Yeah, we went to the store to buy extra warm clothes because we're nervous now.
Yeah.
Because of the way we packed. Anyway, so we're gonna have to break the news that we've got some decisions to make on the route, on where we camp, and I'm hopeful that like everyone is okay with some changes, but I guess we'll see.
Well, here's the deal. It's part of the adventure. Number 1. Number 2. I don't know.
Part of the adventure. Number 3, it's part of the adventure.
Hey, let's do it.
Okay. Welcome to the camera life.
Yay!
The journey begins.
Journey begins now that you're here.
I trimmed the stash just for.
Oh my God, you did!
Ready.
Look at that. Hey, dude, you guys made it. We started out with 1 rig and showed up with 2. Hey.
Hey.
You made it.
Thank God.
Hey, you. You ready for an adventure?
Yeah.
As expected, our friends decided we were going come what may. So we tucked in, said goodnight, and got some rest. We would need it. The next morning brought sunshine and warm air. It was really hard to believe the weather reports were going to be correct.
That dry hair, take this warm feet, enjoy it.
But everyone got up early, packed up their rigs, said their goodbyes, and got ready to hit the trail. Let's roll out. Don't tell me what to do.
You are now in the presence of a king.
Let's roll out. Extremely appropriate.
All right, here we go. We are having a great time. I can already tell this group is just going to be ready to take what comes on. We know the weather is going to be a little dicey today.
The good news is we're going into like familiar territory to start this trip, and we're gonna like progressively get into parts of Oregon that we've never been to before. But we're starting in the Hills Canyon area, which we've been to many times before. So that gives me some comfort that you know, should we have to call some audibles, we'll be able to do that. I think that was our turnoff.
Sure, it was.
Okay, you guys, we have now officially hit the route on my Gaia GPS. 10-4, buddy. Yeah. We'll take us up through Bear, Idaho, over to Coupram, Idaho, down the Kleinschmidt Grade, across the Snake River, up the other side of Hell's Canyon on Hess Road, and we will see what we find once we get up there in terms of weather.
Think of this spot. Perfect.
We're airing down. Kate picked a beautiful spot to air down with these views of the mountains. I feel like right now the trip is actually beginning. So wind is picking up, which makes me think like there really is a storm coming in. I was kind of hoping that that was not the case, but we're gonna get a quick bite. We're gonna air down our tires.
All right, Kate, what you making? Oh my gosh, okay, I've got PBJ for the boy, and I'm doing a ham sandwich for the girl. Why they can't like the same thing is beyond me.
We are going to try to get to camp as early as we possible, so we're not setting up camp in the rain, which I think we're definitely going to have tonight. The forecast is calling for up to a half an inch of rain, which is a lot of rain. So I'm going to get on this dirt road and try to get there. Okay, let the ledge roads begin. This is enough to cause anybody a little pucker, but the road should be in really great shape, and it's actually a pretty easy drive as long as you keep your eyes on the road.
Run like I never run, try like I never tried, fight like I never fought, maybe one time.
Well, the road's in pretty good condition. Hopefully the other side's good.
And Hell's Canyon turned out to be one of the most beautiful ways I've ever experienced to start an overlanding journey. It's looking really green down here. You guys, this is so incredibly beautiful. It's just incredible. Guys, that was unbelievable. We just got done driving the Kleinschmidt Grade coming down from Coupram to the Snake River, and wow, was it beautiful. I've never seen it this green. I've never been here when it's this green before. Just gorgeous, the whole thing. Last time we were here, it was like in August or September, and so it was really dry, and this time just to see the mountains so green all the way down was just incredible. What a fantastic start to this trip. I'm still a little nervous about the weather. The clouds are really starting to move faster and come in. So right now we're on pavement. We're crossing over the river. There's no way to do that on dirt. So we're gonna cross over the river and come back the other side and drive up the other side of Hell's Canyon on Hess Road. So here's hoping that's just as beautiful as the way down. What a way to start this trip. Oh my gosh, that is one heck of a way to enter into Oregon. Oh, I can see our road. Okay, down one side of Hell's, up the other. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
The road up the other side of Hell's Canyon was in very good shape, good enough for almost any four-wheel drive vehicle. And driving up a mountain, heading towards storm clouds started to be a theme that would repeat itself throughout this adventure.
Those storm clouds are getting darker and darker, and they're moving faster and faster.
But even though it made things feel a bit more uncertain, it made for a beautiful sky and rich colors all around us.
The Kleinschmidt grade is now way below us. That's crazy to think about.
So we are officially in Oregon. We are driving up the other side of Hell's Canyon. We drove down one side on the Kleinschmidt grade, crossed the river, and now we're heading up the other side of Hell's Canyon, up Hess Road, and it is just so much fun. It's been years since we did this road, and just so much has changed. I'm just reflecting like how different like just things are in our journey of overlanding. So all is good, and I'm having a blast, and I'm just so excited to be here.
Well, we just climbed up the side, for the most part, of Hell's Canyon. We are just making our way through kind of the forested area right before we get to the very top. But the big climb kind of happened, and man, it is just spectacular. What an incredible part of the country we live in where we can drive that thing. And it's really not too bad. Like, the conditions aren't bad. This road on the way up is a little bit more washed out, a little bit more rocky than the Kleinschmidt grade coming down. But it's still very drivable. I think everyone's in good spirits. You know, we're stopping more than we probably would if we didn't have our kids and all that stuff, but it's like not bad. It's so fun that they get to experience this too. And that someday they'll be able to, you know, think back and around the Thanksgiving table or something, complain about how they were forced to get in the back of these Jeeps and go on these crazy trips up the sides of these mountains and stuff. But, you know, I'm very happy to provide that complaint for them. So we're gonna get up here. The clouds are getting way worse. So we're gonna try to get the awnings deployed and get everything set up before the rain starts, so that we can have a decent evening this evening and just kind of hunker down and see what happens. Our plan was to get low and find cover. Low to keep the temps reasonable overnight, and cover because we knew there was going to be a storm. So we chose a spot in a largely deserted campground that had plenty of space for everyone along the Imnaha River.
Hey, howdy.
We can do awning to awning with Chris over there.
So I'll back in that way?
No, you know what? Because you want to...
I want to come through this way? Okay, you got it.
With the impending rainstorm coming, we had the idea to get Finn and Ripley as close as possible and then line up our awnings to create more cover. No one likes setting up camp in the rain, so we all started taking advantage of the dry sky to deploy our tents, set up our kitchens, and prepare for an evening under cover. And we made it just in time before the rain started.
We're here at camp. It just started to rain. Got the awnings deployed kind of like just in time. And Kate and I are just starting to make dinner, and we're making an ouzo. Is it an ouzo, Kate? An orzo. It's called an orzo. I don't know. I guess ouzo.
It's not like vodka from
Like
Greece.
Greek vodka. That's where my head is right now. The cool thing is we have these two tailgates now, so Kate can be cooking over there and I can be chopping onions over here. It works out really well. So hopefully we have dinner soon, and we've got plenty of room under the awnings. Put the two awnings together so we can kind of get everyone under here and enjoy a nice dinner together and enjoy the sound of the rain. Hey, what are you thinking about this weather?
I mean, I'm so glad we have awnings.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad we had a little bit of time before it started. I think we're going to be fine, but it's going to be wet. It's going to be muddy in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, here we are. It's fine.
Oh my goodness, look at this, folks. This is Blanton's. This is like some of the best stuff. For those of you who like bourbon, you'll know Blanton's is amazing. Chris, this is awesome, dude. I could not ask for a better bourbon on this trip than Blanton's.
Yeah, this is kind of like, it's Father's Day weekend where we're taking this trip, we're starting this trip. And so I saw this and I was like, I knew that Will had been on a vision quest for Blanton's. And so I saw this and I couldn't buy it. I couldn't not buy it.
It definitely has started raining like the forecast said. It's not like a torrential downpour like we were afraid of, but it is wet. So everything is getting wet. I'm a little sad for my buddy Ryan over there and Sakina. They have their stuff kind of out and no awning. And I think they're going to be just fine because they're towing in the back of the trailer anyway, and all that stuff should be watertight, but it's no fun seeing your stuff rain down.
Back under the awning, it was time to sit down and grab a bite to eat and see what everyone else was making for dinner.
What do you think? It's hot.
Hot. I mean, I think it's good.
I think it's really
Yeah.
good. Something about hot, warm, kind of stewy stuff. When it's like cool and raining outside, it's just very comforting. This is really good. Elsha, what's happening over here?
We are making pad kee mao.
Ooh, I love pad kee mao.
Oh, I know you do.
Oh, Elsha, you constantly take my chair next to Kate.
It's because I love Kate.
Yeah, we're one and the same that way. Okay, so you've got this drunken Thai noodle.
Yeah.
Which looks amazing. How is it?
It's delicious. Then we added a little bit of this Korean spicy barbecue sauce to it on top, just to add a little bit of spice to it, and it's hot enough you have to keep eating it, but it's delicious.
But just like that, the rain let up, and everyone took advantage of the opportunity to get out from under the awnings, including the neighborhood deer.
Ryan, what kind of garbage are you making for dinner?
So we're making French dips.
Ooh!
Oh, mama. So we've got some beef.
Look at your au jus. You got au jus and everything.
So fill up the little cuppy cup.
It's like a little dog dish for
Dog
au jus.
dish. Well, it technically is a dog dish, but the wife doesn't know.
Okay.
So we have this. We have a little Havarti cheese on there. Easiest way is just throw in the au jus and warm it up, and then throw it on there and dip it in, and you're good to go.
So here we were, day one of a new trip on a new route with a lot of uncertainty about what was to come. While the kids figured out how to play near the river without going in, we tried to figure out how to dodge a forecasted snowstorm the next day.
We are like right here on the Imnaha River. The Imnaha River flows right through here, right? That's the Imnaha. So we're going to cut through the Hell's Canyon Wilderness area tomorrow, make our way up to Joseph, and then we're going to cut across through right around Baker City. And there's the Elkhorn Mountains right here. It's going to snow tomorrow, so if we can get on the other side of the Elkhorn Mountains here, get to some lower elevation around Phillips Lake, which is right there near the Sumter area, I think we'll have a really nice campsite and we will not get snowed on.
With our route spec'd out for tomorrow, it was time to try and relax again before the next round of rain hit.
Oh my God. Tell me more. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys, listen to this. Look at
Holy, that was super natural, bro. Yeah.
Actually, that wasn't natural.
That was like
As an introvert, I am now
We had no idea what the next 6 days would bring as we tried to make a new overlanding route across Oregon, and our wildest imaginations couldn't have predicted what was to come. But none of that mattered in this moment. So, we embraced the rain, focused on the present, got ready for bed, and dreamt of the snowstorm and reroutes to come. Next on the Oregon AOR.
I think I did something bad.
That's really bad.